How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review a movie that released in 2014, and this movie stars Tom Hardy, of course, as you know, as Mad Max. Man, he totally knocked that role out of the ballpark. Even though he's a man of few words, you know. My name is Max. My world is fire and blood. I am the one who runs for both the living and the dead. I just love it. And I love the new trailer Legends, by the way. What, you bring that to us, right? I need you to take care of him. I can't do that. He's my brother. Love it. Anyway, Tom Hardy. We all know him. We all love him. One of the greatest actors to ever be alive. He literally proven himself where anything he comes out in, I'm paying for it, man. I think he's so fucking proved himself, man. And throughout the years, he literally climbed the charts and blows me away every role he does. But this movie stars Tom Hardy. This was the last role ever for, I'm going to probably butcher the name, but man, he's from The Sopranos. He's one of the greatest. And I was so sad to hear that he passed, man. I got to watch The Sopranos also. I've seen a few parts. James Gandolfini. He passed away, man, last year, man. God bless his soul. Very nice man. I've seen some interviews with him. Fun guy. And not fun guy, but he's a fun guy. And seriously, very, very compelling role of the way he portrayed his character. Also, Naomi Rapace is in here. And this movie is basically, without spoiling much, as you can get from the title above, the bar, people drop their money in there. You know, it's a very dirty Brooklyn type of place, and the drugs and the people and the gangsters and the mobsters, and it's still going on, baby. It's getting crazy in there. I love these type of movies, and I love how it has a very indie vibe to it. I believe maybe an indie movie, or it may not be, but I think it does. I think it is an indie movie. Let's jump. This is my non-spoiler review for The Drop. Sorry guys for that long intro, by the way. My Fantastic Four review should be coming very, very shortly, and The Gift this weekend, whichever one you're watching. You may be watching this months later, or other than that, Fantastic Four is today. So, yeah. Let's get right to it. Pros and cons of The Drop, guys, without spoiling anything. First, I gotta say the pros. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy knocks it out of the ballpark in this role. He is so weird and so creepy and yet so likable at the same time and nice that you literally just want to give him a hug. You're like, Tom Hardy, bro, you are the man. You are the man. Killing me, Smalls. I have to say, very, very nice role that he did. I love the way that he's so, like, he reminds me of Dexter in a sort of way, but he's not like a psychotic murderer or something, but, you know, just the way that he holds all the anger in. That was very well performed. I love the directing in this movie because the way that it's just shot in Brooklyn and everything. I'm not sure if it was, I'm pretty sure it was actually shot in Brooklyn, around the New York area. But that was very well done of the directing and the way that the camera angle and the way when they have a car and when they don't have a car, when they're like at the bars, the angles that they have. I definitely enjoy that very much. I always love directing and the angles, and I'm very interested in doing directing one day. So I pay attention to these type of things. There's a dog in this movie. He has a big role in this movie, and it definitely tugs at your heart every now and then. I didn't expect a dog to be in here. Once it actually popped up, it's about like, you know, it's in the middle, close to the beginning of the movie. You'll definitely have a thing like, wow, there's a dog in here. And Tom Hardy loves dogs in real life, so I can't imagine how fun it is to actually, you know, when he was banging, you couldn't work with a dog there, you know, so now you can work with a dog. That's really awesome. A very creepy vibe in this movie by James Gandolfini, who plays Marv. It's Marv's boy. That used to be my boy. It used to mean something. Very, very amazing of how creepy it was. And James acting in here, not so much his character, but the acting on how he brings that character to life, man. He literally, his facial reactions and his way that he just says the words, you're mesmerized, man. And Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini scenes are the greatest thing you could ever see. You could, like, I want to watch an hour of them talking about The View, man. Like, it's like The View. Oh, hello, James. Hello, Tom. And they just go right at it. I know James ain't British, but Unless he is, I don't remember. He's more Italian. Still, very awesome, man. I love the way he acted. And if you're a fan of him, or Tom, or Naomi Rapace, you gotta see it already. That's just a pro. The Brooklyn type of movies, I've already said, if you're a very fan of that, I love the way that they capture the scenery. It's a very low dump type of, like, not the whole place, I've never been there, but just the parts where they've shown. They don't show the nicest parts of the cities, let me tell you that much. There's a very tension in here. There's a lot of tension that you feel between the characters. And there is a lot of funny scenes in here, like wrapping a human arm. I'm not going to say what happened, but wrapping a human arm, you're wrapping it like you've done this before. They're very funny. And it's a very intense movie. And I love the way it ends. When it ends, you're going to be like, you shot at me, mate. You shot at me. Like, seriously, the ending will get you where you're like, what's here? I know there's more to the story. The cons of this movie, James' character Marv. He's not bad, whatever, so Marv, like I'm saying, like he's not word. James Gandolfini, he's amazing in that, the way he portrayed the character, but the way he was written, Marv himself, I'm saying the way the way that he was used and the way that stuff happens throughout the movie, it kind of feels like, oh, Marv was here, you know, but he wasn't. He was here, but he wasn't there, you know. Like, he was in the movie a lot, but he just, at the end of the movie, you're kind of like, you're thinking more about Tom Hardy and other places than just Marv. So, the story went everywhere. There's a lot of multiple stories in here. You got, like, Naomi Rapace has a story, Tom Hardy has a story, and the dog, and then Marv has a separate story, and it's just kind of going everywhere, and you just want, it has great characters, but you just need a little bit of a push. And what's the main storyline? The drop is the main storyline. They got robbed, that's in the trailer, and hey, it goes down from there, guys. I mean, it goes, I'm not saying down like, oh crap, that's horrible. I'm saying it gets intense. But the sort of gangsters, like the main villain here, I wouldn't say main villain, but the guy that they report to, he really didn't do much. All he did was come out like in 3 scenes, and you really don't know much about him. You don't really get a back information on him. You don't know really, he's not that scary. He's just kind of like lots of cliched mobster son, you know, so you just kind of get the vibe, and you're kind of like, why this, why that. So overall, I'm going to end up giving The Drop a B-. It's an 8.10 out of a 10. It's a good movie overall, going on the verge of okay. Is this movie worth watching? Yes, it is, but it's just a rental. It's not worth buying or anything. If I do buy it, I don't think I wouldn't really buy it in the $5 bin, you know. Maybe one day, just one day in the future, I'll see it, just whatever, I'll buy it. But it's worth watching, definitely, and checking out. If you love freaking Tom Hardy, James Gandolfini, or Naomi Rapace, that's definitely worth watching already. And the whole Brooklyn and gangster vibe, you're definitely going to enjoy that as much as I did, man. There's not a whole lot of action in here, gunfighting, so don't expect like a whole action Liam Neeson movie, but it is worth checking out. I think a lot of you would enjoy it. And I don't remember if there was nudity. I don't think there was, but if there was, thank you so much, guys. Hope all of you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next one. It's Spock with you always.